Hello everyone, today I'm going to be taking a look at a box of heavy cavalry for the 100 Kingdoms in Para Bellum's Conquest games as I check out the Order of the Sealed Temple. Okay, taking a look at the Order of the Sealed Temple for the 100 Kingdoms. This is a box of 3 multi-part plastic knights that are usable in both Last Argument of Kings and Conquest First Blood. There you have a bit of blurb background about the order itself. If I crack open the box, we have our bases, both the rounds for First Blood and the square trays for Last Argument of Kings, a half sprue, a full sprue, their activation card or command card for the game itself, some nice artwork, and a QR code for the army builder. And then our build instructions. So this is just an A4 sheet, 2 sprue layout with numbers on them, which is handy. 3 poses, or 3 models if you will. So the first one seems not to have any alternative pieces. Second is the same, and the third is our variant, so it can be made into the standard bearer or a regular trooper. Taking a look at the sprues then. So this sprue contains 2 of the bodies, including the standard bearer and their horses. We have 1, 2, 3 shields. Now, those shields, even though it doesn't say it in the instructions, have just got a flat back on them. So I imagine that they could actually be interchanged. And the heads look like they are ball socket onto the neck. So again, I imagine the heads could be changed over as well. Everything's numbered, and there's also arrows as well, where you have multiple pieces close by, so you know which is which. The smaller single knight, single frame, again has another shield, so that's 5 in total? No, 4 in total. So a bit of variety in there as well, apart from swapping the shields. And again, looks like a nice level of detail throughout the models. Connection points on the sprue gates all look relatively easy to get to as well. So let's get them built up and take a look at them when they're all assembled. Okay, so the sealed knights are all built. Slightly more flexible than I thought on initial look. The torsos, heads and shoulder pads are all easily interchangeable. And then the mounts are non-specific as well, so you can mix and match quite a bit. I've made one up as a standard bearer. Build-wise, very easy. Horses were very, very simple to put together. And then because you can mix and match the other parts, you didn't really have any major issues. This standard, because of the way the hand attaches, I initially glued the arm on, but if you're going to do it that way, so that you've got a base to attach the standard to, you have to make sure that it's going to line up and not have the standard in a weird position. So you may be better off gluing that together first and then gluing the arm on its entirety. Shields. There are 4 that you can mix and match between. They have a varying degree of curve. If I bring this one in, it's practically 90 degrees. So some of them will fit onto certain arms easier than others, and the arm position as well. So again, because the joints are ball socket, you may want to keep them out slightly from the torso, doing the sort of birdie song look to make sure that you've got room to actually glue the shields onto. Didn't have any major gripes with most of them. There is one set of knees though, which I think is actually on this last one, where the sprue connection points were right at the top of this knee. So it's almost like a cylinder going straight in there on both knees that I carved back. It's the only bit of cleanup I've really done on them, but that was irritating. The rest of the sprue connection points are easy to get to, so cleanup isn't a major issue, but that was noticeable. Size-wise, these are obviously big for Conquest. So they are knights, around 70mm to the top of the horse, around 65 to eye level on the gentleman in question. And in game terms, they are medium cavalry. So they've got decent defense of 3, coupled with shield, pushes that up to a 4 for anybody coming in at them. A clash of 3 with 4 attacks each isn't terrible. They also have 4 impact per stand as well. So they have a fairly decent output for attacks. They don't have cleave, however, so you may end up suffering if you throw them in against something heavy that they'll just bounce off. They do have fluid formation, so they get a free reform. And also, if you choose to upgrade them with standard, they gain the additional 1-inch move on their second march, and they also gain unstoppable, which means they reroll charges. And they're cavalry. They're going to want to charge. They're going to want the impact hits. A 15-point upgrade for standard is a no-brainer in that regards. So yeah, the Order of the Sealed Temple. Really nice set of kit for the 100 Kingdoms. There we have it, another smashing unit for the 100 Kingdoms, making the household cavalry look rather ineffective in comparison. Great looking set of figures, absolutely smashing out of the park once again from Para Bellum, and a really nice set of rules for the Order as well. They have that very separate but distinct feel from being part of the ecclesiasty within the 100 Kingdoms. So they have a bit more oomph about them, a bit more presence on the tabletop, and that comes across in the rules as well. But let me know what you think below. I'm going to move on. Bye-bye.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.